I have put over 50 hours into Forza Horizon 6, and I love this game, but I'm also kind of sick of it. I absolutely love Forza Horizon 6 for what it is. I also resent it for what it isn't, but this is a review of Forza Horizon 6, and I never want to review a game and focus primarily on what it is not, but it's really difficult for me to separate the two when it comes to this franchise. You see, I've put tons of hours into every single Forza Horizon. I played the first one when it launched when I was a freshman in college back on the Xbox 360, and I immediately fell in love. I've played every single one of these games since then, and I'll be honest straight out of the gate, it's tough for me to not feel some series fatigue at this point, despite how much I still love this game. It's a tough spot for a fantastic racing franchise that I adore, but my biggest problem with Forza Horizon 6 is the constant looming feeling of I've done all of this 5 times before. I don't want my review to solely focus on what this game is not, because what it is not is a sequel that makes drastic changes to the formula, and I'm sure that is exactly what a lot of Forza Horizon fans want to hear. Forza Horizon 6 is mostly more Forza Horizon. But for those of you out there like me that begin to feel the fatigue setting in with Forza Horizon 5, it's only going to set in deeper with Horizon 6. If more Forza Horizon is all you want in your life, then you're going to absolutely love this game. And that's the thing. Even with series fatigue for me, I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't loved every second I've spent with this game so far. So what is there to love? Well, as with every entry in this series, a lot. There is a lot to love. First off, I love the more traditional progression that this one has. It's like playing the first game all over again, but everything is just better. You start off as a complete nobody driving everyday normal cars, and you progress through the festival, winning races, building a name for yourself, and becoming a festival legend, driving the fastest and most expensive cars in the world next to a giant mech and a bullet train. It never stops being fun, and that is what we're here for, right? To have fun driving motor metal at Mach a million off a giant snowy ski ramp. Horizon has always been a blast when crazy stuff like that is happening, and it's no different here. But that is the thing. It's no different here. And that's not a problem inherently with the game itself. You can't knock a game for being more of a great thing. In fact, this series' consistent greatness is a testament to the quality that Playground Games is capable of, and it should be praised. But I can't help but wish that there was a little implemented variety to spice things up. The game world is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, Japan might be my favorite Forza Horizon setting we've ever seen. I loved exploring this game world. I know it's cliche to say, but Japan's vibes are immaculate, with a dense city, colorful fields, lush countrysides, icy mountains, waterfalls. It's packed with beauty and adventure, yet the world still feels so static and empty, which is not a new issue for Forza Horizon. The game worlds have always felt static and empty. It's a racing game, I get that, but man, can you imagine how much better these games would be if the world was more interactive? If there were civilians actually living life and doing things? If the game world felt alive, even just a little bit more alive? I feel like in 2026, they can't keep getting away with the worlds around this giant open world feeling so lifeless. I mean, Tokyo City almost feels dystopian in this game. There's like 30 million people in Tokyo in real life with one of the most bustling cultures in the world, and nothing is going on here. It doesn't feel right. Again, I fully understand this is a racing game where the primary focus is racing the cars. That's what these games are about, and that's what they focus on. But can you imagine how special these games would be if more life was implemented into the core of Forza Horizon? Questions like this persisted for me in my 50-ish hours of playtime. Can you imagine how much better Forza Horizon 6 would be if there were actual crash physics, if there were true and dynamic damage to the cars, and if not only jumping hundreds of feet into the air following a cargo plane felt cinematic, but if every crash felt real and cinematic? Can you imagine if not only some cars had wide body kit options, but if every car did, just like they have in other racers with far more customization options like Need for Speed Unbound and Car X Street? Can you imagine if you could simply get out of your car and walk around? It sounds so simple, like it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it absolutely would. It would add a whole new layer of exploration if you could park your car under that waterfall and then walk up there to the top and look at your car from down below. It would be so much cooler if there were some interiors that you could go into and interact with the game world and the people. I'm not expecting dragon boss battles and Fallout New Vegas conversation trees in Forza Horizon 6, but some of these things would be huge for my continued enjoyment of this series. I mean, if we get to Forza Horizon 10 and it's still racing with different spectacle showcases, Honestly, I'll probably be done at that point. The fatigue of doing essentially the same thing over and over again, just in a new setting, will be too much for me, and I'll probably say goodbye to this series, and I don't want to. Although, now that I think of it, if they can do a Gundam showcase race, is it really too much to consider a Dragon showcase race? I think not. And they have added some new things, right? The garage building and customization is super cool and fantastic addition. But for me, I'd prefer maybe some of the things I talked about that would send Forza Horizon just into the stratosphere. Can you imagine if we got Need for Speed police chases in Forza Horizon? You can't tell me that that wouldn't be an absolute blast. And if you don't want it, you could just toggle police chases off entirely, and it would be the same experience you've always loved. But man, for those of us that want some fresh, new Forza Horizon additions to keep this series alive, I can't help but dream about what this game could be, how much better it could be. But apart from wishful thinking, that doesn't stop Forza Horizon 6 from being yet another phenomenal racer in the most consistent open-world racing series ever. The showcases are fantastic and a huge spectacle. The story missions, making deliveries in a supercar-powered minivan, barn finds and treasure cars, little side stuff and stories that break up the flow of the normal races, those are always entertaining. Constantly getting rewarded with money, new cars, and new garages is always a dopamine hit. And this is easily my favorite Forza Horizon location I've ever had the pleasure of racing and exploring through. Forza Horizon 6 is absolutely worthy of the 9 and 10 out of 10 scores it's going to get, even if I wish there was a little more new variety to break the series fatigue I'm personally feeling. If you love Forza Horizon and are excited for more, you're going to love Forza Horizon 6. If you're wanting a fresh new take on the series, you're not going to get it here. But either way, Forza Horizon 6 is another fantastic addition to this phenomenal racing series.